All right, welcome to Wayne's World Garage. Sorry I haven't put out too many videos lately. We've been kind of busy around the house doing a couple projects anyway. You'll see one of the videos online pretty soon. But today we're at the sawmill, and it appears we've been cutting probably more steel than we've been cutting wood. So the first project today is to change the teeth on the blade, at least some of them, and sharpen the rest. We went to do it last week, but we couldn't find the tool, but I think we're in good shape now. So let's go have a look at that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Last week we went to cut some of this wood, and we were making more steam than we were sawdust. And the saw blade, when it's running, starts wobbling back and forth, and that usually means it's getting hot. And we said, why it's getting so hot? Well, it's been a while since we sharpened this blade, the teeth on the blade. So I said, well, let's go take a look at it and let's sharpen it. So we started sharpening it, and here's what we found out is we've been cutting probably more steel than wood lately, and hopefully you can see that, but that's not in good shape when it's chipped like that. Here's another one with a big chip out of it. So every place I put a white chalk mark, we have chips out of our blade. That's about as bad as it gets. That's no better. That's no better. That's horrible. So if you can look at this, you can see white, white, white. A third of these are bad. And we realized, well, it's been a while since we sharpened this thing. So what we will do is we will get the tool, because we couldn't find it last week. And now we've got the tool. We're going to replace these guys, and it'll be just like new. Okay, so this tool is called a bit insertion tool, or a saw wrench, apparently. Couldn't find it last week, but we found it this week. And the way this gig works is, as you can see, there's like a cam, and that gets inserted into here, and the cam holds the bit into place. It's not hard to use, but it's a little bit tricky, and having an extra person helping makes it a whole lot easier. Somebody to get the bit ready to put into the blade and hold a saw wrench and crank the saw wrench, because it's kind of cranked in. And the way it works is when it's in properly, the bits, won't come flying out and hit you in the head, because that'd probably hurt a little bit. Seems to work out pretty well. Putting a little bit of WD-40 on it makes them go in really well, and practice helps too. But more importantly, the memo to all of us, and nobody owns this in particular, not one of us, we all work together here, is before we run this mill every week, you need to check the oil and check the blade for its integrity. And it's a mistake not to do that, so we'll get better.
Yeah, I know. I thought there was, but
I looked on the schedule.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, yeah, I looked at the schedule, and my understanding is there's not. So I think
April 9th is the
yep.
Cool.
So here's how this works. Easy as pie. Although I can't make pie, so how easy can that be? You put the tool on here, pull it down, crank it out. There.
Don't lose them.
Yeah, I know. Don't lose the thing. Well, you want to come up here and grab them when they come out, maybe? If they come out.
You're going to start, huh?
Might as well, you know?
I don't even know which bits to use.
I'm just going to take these out first, then we'll put them in, you know?
Just do it one at a time and make sure that the shank goes back in the same
You want to
hole.
just do one at a time? Okay. I don't care. Why wouldn't we just take them all out and put them all back in?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. Well, I don't have the new ones ready yet then.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there he is.
This where you're starting?
Hey,
We're going to start right here because we talk about changing walls instead of just some of them.
No, I was going to take
All
a
right,
bet
yeah,
storm
so
and make it today.
So we're ready? I think we just hit this one.
My back is just pressed up back.
Stick's going to be bigger this time.
Trying to take the easy,
Small one.
as easy as I can.
There's no mass to it. No mass. Okay. Give me a tray. Ready?
unless, I mean, those do whatever you got to do, throw it outside. Straight. Just throw it on the plate.
This one's
Throw it outside.
You and the.
You're on my number 50 list. You just got lucky I was doing a drive-by when you
turn it over.
Your phone gets so close you can't stand it.
Well, then I fall. Well, I do that too. You know. When I go down, like I said, my brother told me the other day, he says, I said, because the son's getting another job. I said, what are you going to do when your son gets another job? Who's your helper one of these? He says, I was hoping you going to help me. I said, yeah, right.
All right, ready? You got that thing in there, Pete?
Just let me know when you want a bucket over when you start pouring those papers. Where are we talking? Another week? Next week? For pouring his first out.
Yeah.
But it sure saved my ass.
Yeah.
An hour. You ain't getting that floor up in no hour.
All right, coming through. Is my ass dirty for this
They
bucket?
take it out or screws out of the damn shit.
Just a little bit, not too much. Right by the crack of your
I'll
house.
better put some bricks.
Don't touch me.
I talked to him.
I'll see you next week. Put them over out, put the screws out
A little bit of oil in this here.
Oh, that's weird. Then when you start stroking them.
Now you have a box to throw the old ones in?
I don't, I just dropped it.
There you
right
go.
on purpose. Okay.
They want to put stains up on there.
Where's the box to throw
All
in?
right.
Go ahead.
You got the new ones.
You can do it.
I'd
I'm
feel
not-
better if you put it up on that board there so you don't accidentally kick it and have them all fall
Yeah.
down the
Well,
hole.
that's, well, come on, Pete. Don't never.
Boys got to make a-
Thinking ahead, Ian.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Thinking ahead.
I hear you.
Good morning, Bob.
Or- Pretty good.
3 years old. See how you feel about
Hey,
this.
somebody take some loaves for me?
That didn't hurt.
Hey, John. He's supposed to be eating.
They want me to-
Go over and pick the car up. You already saw it. Another guy wants to take credit for the way all the hell stuff.
The blades will move. Maybe it'll stay.
Do we have this block within the wrong place? We're going the wrong way. We got one
I'm
over
taking,
there.
I'm putting this one in. So stay. We maybe need some. I think that's
Yeah, let him exercise the car.
hard enough. Cut my belly. This one, so let's take
I'm
this
gonna take care
one
of it when I get time, right? So he's still not around. Saturday's coming up. Tire's still flat.
off. Ready? Try and catch things when they go flying at me.
Well, hold on this.
Catch the bit when it comes out. Right here, it's going to come out.
For you to say.
Well, put your finger on there. I don't know. You know what I mean? Go ahead, take it out. There you go. I'm trying not to lose it. So.
There's an empty box.
So pretty clearly, this is going painfully slow. So we'll keep this up for a few more minutes, and then we'll get some additional help to get this to go a little bit quicker.
And put wire down, you know, like they did for the birds over here, so that the other stuff can't get in there. And then the brick floor was the Boy Scouts did a beautiful project. I mean, it was nice.
This is the third soft brick. Like they did the wood, now they're doing the concrete. What are you gonna do? Get a jackhammer here next year and jackhammer that up and put a boom?
How's it going? Figured it out yet?
I know how to do it, Pete. It just,
Huh?
Paul did the plywood.
Yes, we know how to do it. It just takes time.
I guarantee you the plywood will still be fine. You know, he did it just, you know, because of that one area, you know?
I've been up there. I've been in there.
way.
All right, 3 years.
I haven't been in there since this fucking idiot spent all the money on these fancy fucking tools that are not needed, or were not needed.
A lot of work, I can see it.
Yeah.
These are expensive. Yeah, don't know how to use it.
Oh, saw stop though. Saw stop makes it. I don't know.
Well, even to, you can, I guess, you can
I'll
do
tell you.
something with the sausage.
The door was having switch on.
Even to do that, someone like me, I think I have to take a course in it too much, you know, to remember how to do it.
The door was having a little button.
Only 53 more to go.
Yeah, well,
If you work with green wood or real wet wood or something like that, you know, pressure treated wood.
Yeah,
You gotta do it every cut.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have to. I don't know.
We have to do it every cut time?
Wow, that's what I did.
the sun went down, it got dark in there.
That's what the alarm bell was. Be home before dark. Yeah, be home before that street.
So actually, as expected, one of the cam locks popped out and fell down into the sawdust pile, never to be seen again. So I'm taking a look for it and trying to shovel it out and try and find it, which I don't think we ever did. But we had some spares, so it worked out okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, pitch cord. Yeah.
Well, after a painfully slow start, Phil came up and between the two of us, with Matt's assistance, we kind of got into a process and things started rolling pretty quickly. And the way it worked now was Phil would bang out the old bit, I would get the new one ready, put some oil on it, then Phil would jam the new one in place. And this process worked well with two guys doing it. And in short order, we had these all done. But it's a two-person job unless you're more coordinated than we are. But the other problem we run into is that if you drop something, it's in the sawdust, you never find it. So line this thing up. Oh, you're not even close. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. Next. Comes right out. So get it lined up, get it started. Good, yep.
There it goes.
You're not near the hole, you're half an inch
No,
off.
it's not that. I haven't gotten
Okay.
past the
There,
bit. There
okay,
we go.
yeah, yeah.
There it
There
goes.
you go. Once it's in the hole, wonderful. I think once we get it set up, get it started like this, they seem to be going in okay, right?
No, I'm not talking about that.
Oh.
I'm talking about. We're going to be putting new bits into that board.
Oh. High-speed steel bits. You want to rotate it some more there, Phil?
Want to rotate?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
rotate a few more.
Let's rotate it this way.
Okay. There you go.
There we go.
This one right here. Yep. The hardest part about this is getting a little pin in the hole, it seems. Beautiful. Thank you.
Across the street and that rotate goes by the window.
We either did the curve
All right.
or something.
Well, we're on a roll now, and we're finally moving along. This is going pretty quickly, thanks to the extra set of hands we've got here. Spray a little bit of oil on these, and make sure the bit is lined up properly. It's a little groove thing. It's got to go in, and we'll get this cranked out pretty quick. So we're moving along, and with extra hands it goes well, and we're on the way to getting wood today, finally.
Like 2 piece, and you put 2 pieces on the top, or a piece of 2x4 on the bottom, and you always waited, yeah, you waited for
Take one of your skates apart, put it
Yeah.
they were adjustable, you adjust
Yeah, everybody's sister got skates, and you wait for one of them to go bad, and you beg for the other one.
Yeah, because the wheels will wear out.
They make the scooter.
Old Union skates.
And then we used to go,
skate keys.
we'd go to the store, the store.
All right, well, this is getting kind of redundant, so we're going to speed it up a little bit here for your entertainment pleasure. So we've got it down to a process, but it's going pretty well now. So we're almost done. So we're going to speed this up just a couple seconds and get to cutting some wood here finally. Well, thanks to Phil and Matt's help, we finally got all those bits changed in our blade. I believe there was 52 of them, and it went pretty quickly with a couple extra set of hands. And we only lost one of the cam locks. That's the way it goes. We started this project because we did not inspect our blade every week. So we need to start inspecting our blade every week. We run into nails all the time, sadly, because the first 8 or 10 feet of trees, people put up tree houses, they put up bird houses and things like that, and we hit them. And while carbide cuts metal on my lathe and my milling machine, in a saw like this, when you jam it in fast, it chips and it wrecks it. And we noticed it last week because we're cutting this cant that's on the mill right now, and we're trying to cut 4/4 or 1 inch thick boards. They come out 4/4 at one end and 6/4 at the other end, and the blade is wobbling back and forth and getting hot. Well, it's getting hot because the blade's dull and it's damaged. It's not cutting properly. But that's working well now. So as you can see, we've got nice slices coming off of here. So we didn't do a lot of milling this week, but we did get the blade figured out and the blade changed, and we're on with the program. So thanks for watching another episode of Wayne's World Garage. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe. We're trying to crack the YouTube code and get gazillions of subscribers. If you like this, leave a comment, please. Leave a comment anyway. Tell me what we're doing wrong, because we're kind of learning a lot of this stuff anyway as we go along. Take care. Have a great day. See y'all.